All right, we're getting ready to take the Velotric Discover 2 out to do a full throttle only range test. I'm gonna show you the worst possible outcome when it comes to riding this bike, what you can expect for range. So if you were to only use the throttle, that's what we're gonna see today. I will most likely be doing another video where I just ride the bike like I would ride it, or like most people would ride it, and try to get a range test on that as well. Another video I'm getting ready to make about the Discover 2 is an accessories video. So today I'm gonna actually swap the seat out and put a suspension seat post on. And that suspension seat post is the Redshift Shock Stop. This is one of the best ones on the market. But since this bike is a hardtail, it doesn't have any rear suspension, I would like to increase the comfort on my ride. There are a lot of variety of suspension seat posts out there. If you would like me to do a dedicated video on suspension seat posts, let me know. I do have another one coming to review, so we could do some comparisons between different types. And this can be compatible with any bike because this is a 27.2 diameter post. And you just got to buy a little adapter to adapt to your bike. So whether you have a Velotric or something else, and you just need to figure out what the diameter is of the hole for the seat post right there on the Velotric, and then you match it to this. So the Velotric seat post is 30.9 and this is 27.2. So this basically makes this a little bit bigger. This is a sleeve that slides down. So we'll go ahead and take this out. If you are a shorter rider and you can barely fit on the bike, then this might not work for you. The good thing about the Discover 2 is that it already has a very low seat post. So adding 3 inches is gonna be okay for most people. So just keep that in mind. So first thing we're gonna do is take that sleeve, we're gonna slide it down in there, and then our seat post will fit now. So we'll put that down in there. And then this seat post has numbers for where you set it. I always put mine at 10. And that's usually the most comfortable part for me, but it just really depends on the bike too, because the seat post height are different. And when installing a seat post, just step in the back and kind of point it towards the front. Make sure it lines up with the frame, and then tighten it down. And because this has a lot of movement, I always try to make my seat post as tight as I can so it doesn't slide down the tube at all. It shouldn't. It should be good, but I always am preemptive and try to do that to make it good. So I am going to be making a whole video about the accessories I'm going to put on my Velotric. I have quite a few sitting over here on my bench. Reflective rim tape, we got the silver color. Some new Redshift pedals. We're going to install these and use them. They provide a little bit of safety. When you got them on your bike, they change color depending on what orientation you're in. We'll be talking about my helmets, a couple different ones that I use for my e-bike rides. And we are going to install the Find My adapter for the Velotric because mine's not working, and I'd really like to demonstrate this as well as have that feature on my bike. So that'll be something that we do in the accessories video. I got a few more things that I'll show you in the next video about the Velotric. But we do have another bike here and several more on the way. It's been a very busy and productive week with the e-bike business. Got a lot of things going on, and I have been really working on cleaning out my garage, making it to where I can build a workbench right here for working on bikes and various other things. And so I've been organizing. We are making progress. I do got a shed over there that I need to build, 5 foot by 3 foot small shed, just to hold my lawnmower and get some more stuff out of here, gardening tools, things like that. Eventually I'll have even more space, and then we can get to work with building the workbench, making sure that is good. I'm planning on doing something with the walls. I probably am going to do plywood on the workbench side. And then I have some other plans in the works for finishing off this space, making it look really nice. But let's get into the video. Let's go out for a ride, take the Velotric out. We are at 100% on the battery. I expect we'll get in between 20 and 30 miles of range with this. We'll see. It has a really good battery, so it might actually surprise us what we get full throttle. I gotta remember that I'm not trying to pedal today. When I'm on this bike, I definitely want to pedal. It's a really good experience. But that'll be in another video where we do a range test where I'm pedaling. But right now we're just doing the throttle only range test. And we're gonna enjoy the nice cool weather today. Yesterday it was like in the upper 80s, then it stormed really bad, tornadoes in the area, and then today it's in the low 50s in the morning and then 60 right now. So I am getting the new Insta360 X4, which is the brand new 360 camera that's coming out by Insta360. It's supposed to be amazing. The footage all looks really good. I'm excited to use that. I smashed my 1X2 on a guardrail a couple weeks ago, so I haven't, it still works, but I got to zip tie the bottom for the battery to stay in place, and one of the lenses is really scratched pretty bad, so it was time for an upgrade. I guess it happened at the right time because we got this new one coming out, but I'm super excited about it. It's 8K, so it can do a lot better quality video, and I like to use my 360 camera a lot, but I don't like to use it for a lot of things. I only like to use it for a little bit of B-roll, but this one we might be able to use for a lot more videos just because of the quality. I also got a new mic, which you guys are listening to right now. I got the DJI mic. I'm still tweaking the settings to try to get that right. I don't know what it's going to sound like today because it's the first time I've ridden it down on my chest. Usually I have it up here on my helmet, but I'm wearing my regular bike helmet today. And I also got a new gimbal. I've been upgrading, buying a lot of camera gear like I always do. I got the newest DJI gimbal, and that'll help me with making nice clean video about these bikes. Looks like the cows are out today. A bunch of them over there. I don't know if you can see that. I'll try to zoom in. So far we've gone 2 miles. Shows 89% on the gauge. So I got several bikes on the way to review. Some pretty cool ones, some very stylish ones, and of course the one I'm looking most forward to is the Power Goat at this time. I got a bike that a lot of people have been requesting on the channel coming this way, I think. I have not got 100% confirmation on that yet, so I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it will be a competitor to this bike, so we might be doing a comparison video. We're at 76%, so we still got quite a bit of range. It's middle of the afternoon. Shouldn't see too much traffic, but we have been seeing quite a bit of cars on this road. One of the first accessories I'm going to put on other than the seat post is a mirror. I forgot to do that today. Now when we come back, we'll stop there and do some filming. So far we've hit 6 miles. We've not lost very much power. We're at 67%. Now one person commented saying that this is a pretty dangerous road to be riding on, but some of the roads I rode on in my last residence, they were maybe worse than this. The good thing about living down here is there's not a lot of people. I think the population's bigger, just it's more spread out, so don't have a lot of people traveling this road for sure, especially at this time. So I usually try to come out here and to be safe, drive at times where there's not going to be a lot of people. So mid-afternoon, early in the morning, later at night, things like that. I haven't done an early morning ride yet, but we will tackle that soon. And that's a huge camper. Nice. Luckily, there's nobody on this road right now on my side because the bike is not the fastest bike, throttle only. But it's doing good. We're in the upper 20s, mid to upper 20s still. We're at 62%. We just hit 7 miles. All right, we are approaching 8 miles here. We are at 57%. This is not going to be a really long range test. I really like that house though, it's pretty. All of the houses over here are really nice. Well, one thing about the Velotric, because it's got these street tires, motor's pretty quiet. Just the overall ride, very quiet. So you don't have to listen to that really loud hub motor. This one's actually pretty quiet. Especially when the wind's blowing in your ears, you can barely hear anything. The fat tire bikes with the big treads, they're usually really loud. I actually have one of those that I'm going to be reviewing pretty soon. All right, we're at 46%. And we just hit 10 miles. Doing a little circle in the subdivision here. So I've been out for about an hour now. Had to stop a couple times to shoot some B-roll for the video. All right, we just hit 12 miles. We're at 37% on the battery. Looks like 55 South is backed up. That's the way my wife comes home. Should be further up there though. Now here we are going up a slight incline again. We're only hitting 14 miles per hour and slowing down as we're going up this. It's probably going to be hard for you guys to see the mileage now, so I'll just continue to read it out as we go. We are about to hit 13 miles and we are at 30% battery. I've been on the bike for 41 minutes. I've been out here for a little over an hour after we've stopped a few times filming, but we're making some progress. Really wish I could figure out how to get the cruise control to work. Now, of course, this is not really real world because most people are going to be pedaling. But if you get extremely tired or you just don't feel like pedaling and you just want to use the throttle, I think it's good to know what your throttle only range test is for every bike that has a throttle. We just hit 14 miles and we are at 23%. So it looks like every mile it's dropping about 10%. All right, we have lost quite a bit of power. We are now under 20% on the battery and we are at 15.11 miles. All right, we're at 1% battery. We just passed 20 miles. We're at 20.34 miles of range so far, but we're getting pretty close to empty. We're gonna keep going though and try to drain it till it shuts off. We're still running at 19 miles an hour though. It's pretty good. All right, we hit exactly 21 miles and it gives a warning here, low battery. Now if we hit M, so it says 0%, it won't let us change any of the modes. Blinkers still work, but I can't go up at all. Can I change to eco? Oh, yeah, nothing's working. So that concludes the range test on the Discover 2. We got 21 miles, full throttle only, no pedaling hardly at all, just a tiny bit at the end. You're going to get really good range with this bike if you use the lower PAS levels and you put it in eco. I would say you can definitely make it over 50 miles, but they say upwards of 70, and that would be a rider weight of probably around 150 pounds. Pedaling as much as you can and doing a little bit of rolling with the rolling resistance. So if you guys have any questions, please leave them down in the comments. If you like this video, please go down there and hit the like button. And if you want to see more Velotric content, make sure you hit the subscribe button. If you would like to purchase a Velotric e-bike, I do have a link in the top of the description. So that does directly support the channel if you click that link and make a purchase. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.